Now I want to shift gears and tell you a story. It is one you have probably heard before, maybe from a customer, maybe from a colleague, maybe it happened in your own company. A couple in Florida is 3 days from closing on their first home. They have done everything right. Inspections, appraisal, insurance, all of it. Then an email comes in. It looks like it's from their title company. It has the right logo, the right file number, the right property address. It says, updated wire instructions. Please act immediately. And there is a PDF attached. It looks official and even has a deadline. Here's the thing, the email did not come from the title company. It came from someone who had been monitoring the real estate agent's email account for weeks, watching the deal unfold and learning the names, the timeline, the dollar amounts. They waited for the exact right moment when urgency was highest and skepticism was lowest, and they struck. This couple wired their entire $87,000 down payment, everything they had saved, to a fraudster's account. And it wasn't until they showed up for their closing that they found out they had wired the money to the wrong place. We don't want you or your clients to ever experience a moment like this. In fact, we started Certified because of stories exactly like this. Because wire fraud in real estate is not some abstract cyber threat. It is a family losing their life savings 3 days before they were supposed to get the keys to their new home. But here is what most people do not talk about. The reason why fraud works so well in real estate is because the closing experience itself is broken. Think about what a buyer goes through today. They get an email from their title company to verify their identity, a different email to review wire instructions, another one to sign documents, another to submit earnest money. Every single one is a separate link, a separate experience, a separate moment of confusion. None of them look the same. None of them feel connected. There is no single place that says, here is your closing, here is what you have done, and here is what is next. And that fragmentation is exactly what fraudsters exploit. When every legitimate communication looks different, how is a first-time homebuyer supposed to know which email is real and which one is a spoofed PDF with a deadline designed to make them panic? Luis, you and the team have been living this problem for a long time. We could have built a portal years ago, but we didn't. Why?
We were deliberate about this. We watched the industry rush to build portals, and we heard from customers and clients that this just creates another login, another app, another thing to manage in the middle of the most stressful transaction of someone's life. We knew that if we were going to do this, we had to do it differently. We had to wait till we had the right pieces in place, the trust infrastructure, the identity verification, the payment rails, the signing capabilities, so that when we brought this all together, it wasn't just another dashboard. It was fundamentally a different experience. Last February, we brought the whole team to Austin for a week. Product, design, engineering, leadership, everyone in one room. We called it Vision Week. And the question we asked wasn't, should we build a portal? It was, what would it take to make the closing experience feel like it belongs to our customers, while still providing the best fraud protection to every single participant? That week changed everything. And that is what led us to what we're going to show you next. Let me be direct about something. A portal's not a new idea. The industry has been building them for years. But here's what we believe. People don't need another portal. They need an experience that is simple and secure. So we didn't just build a portal. We built an experience that lives inside the tools people already use every day. Their phone messaging app and their email. And only ask them to open up a browser when there's something specific to do. The portal's not the product. The experience is the product. Let me show you what it looks like. Let us follow a first-time buyer, Katie, through her closing. Katie's title company just opened her file. Within minutes, she gets a message on her phone. Not a random text from a number she doesn't recognize, a verified business message and a rich card that says, welcome to your closing. Here's your first step. This shows up right in her native messaging app. No app to download, no account to create. She taps it, verifies her identity with a secure code, and she's in. Think about what just happened. Katie got the message on her phone, plus a backup link in her email, so it never gets missed. She didn't have to create a username or password. She didn't wonder if it was real, because verified business messaging means her phone itself confirms this is actually her title company. Fraudsters can't spoof that. Now, Katie sees a beautifully branded digital experience, and it feels secure and trustworthy, because it is. She sees her property address and a clear list of what needs her attention. Katie's dashboard tells a simple story. Here's what's done, here's what's in progress, here's what needs her attention. She taps the first task. Maybe it's verifying her ID, signing a doc, or paying her earnest money deposit. She completes it in a guided flow and comes back to a dashboard, all while progress updates in real time. Every interaction is designed around one question. What do I need to do next? Katie didn't get 5 separate emails from separate tools. She gets one experience where every task flows naturally from the last one. And here's what's happening behind the scenes that Katie never sees. Every time she interacts with the portal, Certified is quietly analyzing her device, her behavior, and her identity. If she has been verified before, she breezes right through. If something looks off, like a new device, a different location, unusual behavior, the system intelligently steps up verification. It's security that adapts to risk, not security that creates unnecessary friction. And here's where the story comes full circle. 2 days before closing, Katie gets an email. It looks urgent. It says wire instructions have changed. There's a PDF attached. But Katie doesn't panic. She opens up her client experience, the same one she's been using all week, and checks her timeline. No update, no change. It tells her clearly, your wire instructions have not changed. If you receive communication outside the portal, contact your title company directly. She forwards the suspicious email to the portal's fraud reporting link, and Certified's trusted team is on it. That is the difference. When a buyer has a single trusted place they've been going throughout the entire closing, a place that is familiar and delivered through verified messaging, they have an anchor. They know what is real. And fraudsters lose their most powerful weapon, confusion. And it's not just for buyers and sellers. Real estate agents who are juggling 3, 5, 10 deals at once get the same unified experience, but with a deal selector. Switch between deals and everything reloads. The title company's branding, the right tasks, the right context. They always know where every deal stands.
So Luis, let's talk about the other side. What changes for the title company?
This is where it gets exciting for the people in this room. Think about what your day looks like today. You send a request, you wait, you follow up, you chase. You send another request, you wait again. Your staff spends huge chunks of time just making sure participants do what they need to do. With the new client experience, that dynamic flips. Your participants complete their tasks on their own, guided by the platform, nudged by verified business messaging, and you see the progress in real time. You're not chasing, you're closing. And here's the part that matters the most for your brand. This is your closing experience. When a buyer tells their friends about their closing experience, they talk about you, not about some third-party tool they had to use.
And the referral angle, let's talk about that.
Real estate agents are the lifeblood of title companies. They refer business based on who makes their life easier and who makes their client's life easier. When an agent sees their buyer get a seamless, guided closing experience, and when the agent's own multi-deal dashboard makes that job simpler, the agent remembers who made that possible. That is your title company. That's your competitive advantage. And setup is simple. Just complete a one-time registration for verified business messaging, and the portal is live. You can send multiple tasks to a participant in a single invite. You can see exactly where every person is on every deal.
One question we know a lot of our customers have is about companies with multiple brands. How does this system solve for that?
Great question. We designed the client experience to support multi-brand from the beginning. If your company operates under different names in different markets, each brand gets its own identity inside the portal. Your client in one market sees your brand for that market.
And finally, how does this fit into the tools our customers are already using every single day?
We are building our new client experience, like all our solutions, to work alongside the systems your team is already on, not to replace them. We've created a dedicated team to rebuild our integrations across SoftPro, Resware, Settler, just to name a few. This is the first step in a broader integration strategy to automate every task and improve efficiency for your teams. We will have more to share in the coming months, but wanted you to be the first to know.
So let me bring it back up to where we started. We showed you the data. 82% of consumers know that AI can impersonate the people they trust. Nearly half are so worried they delay sending their wire. And a third of people who receive something suspicious do not know what to do about it. The client experience is our answer to that. One branded experience, one place your clients go from the first message to the final payment. If it is not in the platform, it isn't trusted. That is the level of clarity and confidence we are giving your clients and your team.